Boop. Boop. How big a boy are you? Let's rank my favorite phone calls from Roy D. Mercer to commemorate the 25th anniversary of the first volume of How Big a Boy Are You? Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I know you're not seeing me just yet, but I'm just gonna say something to you. This is Joel, aka the Big D. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews with a ranking. Today I'm gonna rank my favorite phone calls from Roy D. Mercer. How big a boy are you? Anyway, showing off Volume 5 from 1998. This was the very first Roy D. Mercer set I got. I've got about all of his albums. Now, Roy D. Mercer was a character created by, former Tulsa DJs, Brent Douglas, who actually did the title character along with his pal Phil Stone. Now, in 1996, Capitol Records Nashville released the first How Big a Boy Are You? Later on that same year, a second one would follow. So anyway, now, I love a lot of these. He threatens, makes phone calls, prank phone calls, always tries to get money for them for something that they didn't do or what have you, and always asks them, how'd you like a country ass whooping? Yeah, sometimes it's problems that involves himself, his wife Sharon Jean, his son Raymond, or stepdaughter Letitia. So anyway, this was kind of last minute. This had been in limbo. I was going to rank all the tracks from each album, but I figured that'd be too hard. So I thought I'd pick 20 of these. Now, if this ranking does well, I'll do another favorite ranking because I picked various tracks and they're only from the 6 volumes because there's other albums up there. Kind of forgot Volume 7, but don't worry. If this ranking does well, then I will do another ranking. Okay? Good. That about covers it. Let's get started in the ranking. If you are ready, here we go. Number 20 is Bus Driver. This is from How Big a Boy Are You, Volume 6. Now, this phone call is absolutely funny. He apparently gets a hold of this bus driver wanting money because, a bunch of Beanie Babies that Sharon Jean had got from a convention got squished and what have you. Yeah, and said that the bus driver was driving like a bat out of hell. Yeah, crazy, man, crazy. Yeah, but even so, I think it's a pretty funny call and what have you. Yeah, it's just so much fun to listen to. I'll check that one out. Number 19 is Bad Apples. This comes from Volume 3, which was released in 1997. And of course, this also made onto the Roy D. Mercer Greatest Fits album, which I actually did get on the day it actually came out at the Walmart Supercenter in my original hometown. And there I actually got to meet Phil and Brent themselves. Although, unfortunately, I brought my copy of Volume 6 since I got that at Best Buy, and got them to sign it, but, oh well. This one's not too bad, why have you? I mean, now, Roy goes down to a store and gets a big bag of apples, green apples, and, he apparently got the diarrhea. Yeah, it happened while he was watching the Braves game, and it cost him so much gas and why you hear some to him, what have you, and all that jazz and this. It's pretty funny, though. Number 18 is Safety Goggles. This is from Volume 4 of How Big a Boy Are You, which was released in 1998, and I gotta tell you, this was pretty funny. Now, apparently, Sharon Jean was in this dude's store buying some safety goggles in there, and well, one day his boy Raymond kind of got a hold of them, thought he looked pretty good in him, and hot rod his car, and he mowed down some folks' mailboxes, especially someone's musical mailbox. Crazy, yeah. But it's pretty funny, though. It's a pretty funny call. Number 17 is Radio. Now, this is from Volume 2, which this is pretty good. I did have that on cassette tape. Unfortunately, it got ruined. It kind of clicked off at the last bit, so now and I had to chunk it in the trash. I wish I had a new copy of it, but anyway, Radio is a classic. Now Roy calls up this here Knoxville radio station. Well, he explains that his dad named Owen died, and he wanted that station to play a song. They couldn't get to play it. They couldn't get anybody to play it, so that song was a Giddy Up Go Daddy that Red Selvine tune. He can't even believe it. Told him that they didn't have it. That song was like 25 years old. And of course, Volume 2 of How Big a Boy Are You also got released in 1996. Yep. Boy, he really gives it to him, and boy, it's just so much fun. Number 16 is Lovebirds. Now, this is from How Big a Boy Are You Volume 4. This is the opening track. Now, he contacts this dude at a truck station, and, well, he apparently, about ran into a truck. He had a pair of matched lovebirds that he bought Sharon Jean for Valentine's Day. And while he was driving around, he had to slam on his brakes so hard it caused the cage to get busted. And apparently the lovebirds are dead. Boy, he really tries to get them. It's just so much craziness going on. I don't really want to try and give too much of these calls. I'd rather let you hear them for yourselves, but I'll give you a heads up on a few of these later on. But Lovebirds is definitely pretty darn funny. Number 15 is Burrito. This is from Volume 1, and I believe this is also from the worst of Roy D. Mercer. Yeah, the last album to ever get the last compilation album. Now this one's a classic. It's not a song. I'm sorry. It's a phone call. He calls this here place, and he got a bag of breakfast burritos and what have you, and he had to go to his grandniece's christening. And apparently, yeah, that's when we start hearing something to him and what have you, and some belching and what have you. Well, and while he was there, he embarrassed himself in front of the parish priest and everyone else down there. Well, the guy there's just trying his way. It's got eggs, and yeah, and well, and what else happened? He gave the half a bag of those burritos to his dog, his coon dog, his prize coon dog, and he come back for home from that christening, and that dog was dead. and, uh, Believe me, yeah, he has that guy. You ever been in front of a parish priest with gas enough to fill up a Hamburg? Yeah. This is so crazy. It's funny, though. Number 14 is Bad Gas. Now, this is from Volume 2. Apparently, Roy calls up this dude, and this one dude, and explains a situation he had with Raymond, and apparently he got some gas from him and what have you, and well, apparently something went wrong with his car, and a busload of hippies pulled over, give him a ride. They drove him into Weatherford, got him involved in a robbery, and got him hopped up on marijuana. Crazy. It just ends up being funny, especially with the ending. Number 13 is Septic Tank. This is from Volume 5, which was released in 1998. This one's hysterical. Now, he explains that his cousins place. Well, they got a new septic tank installed and what have you. It apparently it backed up all over Raymond and what have you. After sewage shooting out and what have you. Yeah, and the guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm talking about a crappy septic system, and I'm talking about a mess in the bathroom, and I'm talking about her little boy that's sitting out on the toilet this morning. I'm gonna come down there and put something on you that Mr. Clean will take off. That's the best. That's the funniest part. That's pretty funny though. Number 12 is Dead Hamster. This is from Volume 1 and also on the Greatest Fits album. This one calls up this dude at the Navy and tells him that Raymond wanted to sign up, and the guy told me he was too scrawny, so he needed to go home and work out. Well, he came back home and charged out about $200 worth of dumbbells and about $100 worth of protein powder or something like that. Well, when he was running them dumbbells together, his little pet hamster Liberace got loose, was out on the floor, and he dropped a 20-pound weight on and squished him. So apparently, you need $300 and a new hamster. That guy's just laughing his head out, and Roy's like, "Well, you think it's funny? I guarantee you, I'm gonna swell one of your eyes up. You look like Popeye." Yeah. Keeps laughing. He's like, "Well, go ahead, get out of your system." Boy, crazy. But still, overall, fun number, though. Number 11 is Music Store. Now, this is from Volume 2, and Roy calls up this music store here, and from them, he bought a pair of drums. Roy bought a pair of drumsticks for Raymond, and they had a problem with drumsticks. Excuse me, everyone. And, well, Letitia was so young at the time. She went to play with him, got one stuck up her nose and what have you. And, well, Tip got stuck in her nose. They had to take her to the emergency room to get their thing out. He believes... Excuse me. Damn gnats. Forgive me, everyone. Where was I? Excuse me, 1 minute, please. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut myself off while I was saying, please hold. But anyway, now where was I? Oh, yes, now I remember. Well, apparently, and so apparently it hangs up on him, and then he tries again, and then it gets, when it's like, are you gonna be there all day? And, yeah, boy. You know, when that little girl's gonna go around for the next few weeks with one nostril bigger than the other. Oh, boy. That's something you want to experience every day. Okay, top 10. Number 10 is Pawn Shop. I believe that's what it's called, yes. Yep, I was right. This was from Volume 4. And this one's pretty darn funny. Now, he contacts this pawn shop. He bought a bit of a fur coat for Sharon Jean to wear. She wore it to church. But apparently, something happened. Found out they had a bunch of head lice in it. Boy, it's funny. What have you? Oh boy. A mink coat with head lice in it. Can you believe that? I can't. That's crazy, man. You'll be laughing your head off at that. It's funny, yeah. I know I went to some pawn shop over in Tiny Town, which of course is in my home state of Arkansas. But still a classic, though. Number 9 is Bowling Ball Fungus. Now, this is from How Big a Boy Are You, Volume 6, released in 1999. This is the intro track. Now, he contacts this dude who runs a bowling alley. His boy Raymond was there bowling, and he apparently got some kind of nail fungus from the holes in the bowling ball on his fingernails, and he kind of spread it to his nose, and it kind of got into his private areas down there. Worst part was he lost his job at the Sonic and what have you, because his fingers were grossing out the customers and all that jazz. That one's just classic. This track is also on the Greatest Fits album. Still a funny call though. Number 8 is calf fries. I said calf, CALF. Just making sure. Sometimes I can't. You think I'm pronouncing saying something silly, but calf fries. This is the intro track on Volume 5, and apparently he contacted this person. A bunch of FFA boys were out there trying to stare various calves and what have you. Well, they apparently steered it. Well, all the calves, all of them, as a matter of fact, and it was his prize Charolais bull calf. And you see, yeah, they took off a wrong bag. Yeah, and apparently, well, it's hard to explain, but now he told them they could take everything they denured this. He told them to take everything but the big white one with the red ear tag, and they took everything but the big red and with the white ear tag. That red ain't good for nothing. Oh boy, this is what's crazy. You gotta listen to it if you haven't. Number 7 is Grass Fire. This is from Volume 3. This was crazy. You'll hear now, since these were done on the radio, they do use censored sounds for mostly strong bad words, or for other bad words. They had the misfortune of forgetting to bleep out one in this one. So he contacts this dude and explains that there was a big fire out there in his area, around where he lived, and the ember from the fire got in the bed of Roy's pickup and done some damage. He needed him to pay for it. But he explains it was a welder that had started it. Boy, that one is absolutely crazy. Believe me, once you hear all the sensory sounds, you're gonna laugh your crazy head off at this. Trust me. Number 6 is Network. This is from Volume 1. This one's a classic. I memorized most of this call. Calls up this here radio network news program, the Oklahoma News Network, and explains that Sharon Jean was now in Iabel and got drunk and got a fist fight in the bowling alley. Now, he says that the guy he's talking to read the story the previous morning. But he didn't mention anything or any name or having anything to do with Iabel. Oh boy, it really gets way later on. But Network is definitely a fun call. You gotta listen to it. Top 5. Number 5 is Bad Popcorn. This is from Volume 5 and also on the Greatest Fits album. Now, he calls up this fella runs a theater and explains that his wife Sharon Jean ate some popcorn when they were at the picture show, and apparently well, he fears there's something bad. There was something bad, or the bar was bad, because they went to the skating rink, and Sharon Jean got sick, throw up out on the roller rink, and a couple behind, they fell into it. Yeah. Yucko. Yeah, a fellow broke his arm, woman ripped the ass in and out of her sweatpants. Oh boy, it's crazy. Yeah, you will love this one. Trust me. Number 4 is Janitor. This is from Volume 1. He calls up this dude who is a janitor at the radio station, and apparently he doesn't have time to list this when he explains that his wife Sharon Jean works there. Had to check the bathroom and what have you. Yeah, and he does it pretty good. Like, I don't have time to listen to this. It's like, what do you mean we are Donald Trump? Like, you don't make time to listen to it. Yeah. Oh, you gotta listen to this one. You're a real cuckoo sounding, why have you? Because this guy has got laryngitis, as you'll hear at the end when he explains. What's wrong with your voice, Reese? Yeah, it was Phil and Brand. They knew this guy. Very funny. Number three is Car Dealer. This is also from Volume 1. Now, he calls up this car dealer named Herb and explains that Sharon Jean was down there looking at some cars down there, and apparently kept trying to show off one of them terrorists, or well, which is mispronunciation of Taurus, and he wanted to show her his probe and what have you, and she told Roy kept trying to look down her shirt. Yeah, it's all funny. It's like, hey, is your wife pretty good? It's like, well, I know your damn business. Oh, brother, this is crazy. Yeah, yeah, it's very funny. So apparently, it's like, oh boy, it's like you talk dirty to my wife there, and we don't even take the mood channel. That kind of language upsets her. But he wants Roy Simpson's like, I ain't sending nobody back down there by myself, and I'm coming with a 55-gallon drum of ass whoop, and I'm pouring on you. Yeah. Oh boy, this is so crazy. You gotta listen to it. Final two. This was a tough decision, though, but number two is Travel Agency. Now, this is the intro track to Volume 2. Now, this is the only phone call of Roy D's I know of that doesn't have him threatening to whoop somebody's ass. Now, he calls this Travel Agency, and once he's calling from Chanute, Kansas, and they want to take a tour of Bixby, which, of course, is a town around in Tulsa. Yeah, he thought that might be a good place to see and what have you. Well, the woman wasn't interested into, so he calls back and gets this guy on the phone. And boy, it's crazy. It's absolutely funny. It's a blast. You gotta check this out. I mean, when he wants to get a hotel, it's like, we might come down there anyway. What's the room run down there at the Hilton? It's like, we don't have any motels in Bixby. Got an embassy suite in Tulsa. It's like, the man says, that don't have anything in Bixby. No, sir. The guy's like, and Roy's like, nah, Rassin down there. How about Motel 6? There's nothing in Bixby. We don't even have a McDonald's. Oh, crazy. You gotta listen to this call. Look up Travel Agency. And I should tell you, all of Roy D's phone calls are on YouTube. You gotta check them out. Alright. Number one is Graveyard. This is also from Volume 2. This one is a classic. Both this and Travel Agency are on the Greatest Fits album. He calls up this guy who's running the cemetery, and he was down there visiting some cousins. They was telling him that the last time they was out of the graveyard, that the boys that was taking care of the maintenance was what they was doing was taking a leak on his Uncle Jesse's grave out there. Yeah, he wants to know who it was. It was the guy he was talking to, and a couple others out there that was drinking beer, telling loud, nasty jokes, dancing around, and they was taking a whiz out there. Oh, oh boy. Yeah, was like, I got me a pine box of ass whoop over here. Yeah, he's got more than 55-gallon drum of ass whoop. He's got everything. But I might explain more if I do another rank. If this does pretty well. Let me tell you, look this phone call up. You need to listen to this. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Graveyard is definitely a classic. Whew. And that's that. So, what did you think of this ranking? Tell me what are some of your favorite Mercer phone calls? Do you like any of these on this here list? Tell me. And if this ranking does pretty well, I will get over 10 views or more. I will certainly start working on a list for a later video. All right? Thanks. Anyway, thanks for watching this. And if you like this, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of the satire I should have reviewed last year, but I didn't get to it, Airplane. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out some of these last few vids and what have you. In the upper left-hand corner is the review I did for the, well, slasher mystery flick, April Fool's Day. The upper right-hand corner is my latest Saturday morning TV log on the Mighty Heroes from 1966. And the bottom left-hand corner is my just now released spoiler-free review of Godzilla vs. Kong, and the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya!